The tragedy of Judas Iscariot. The marketplace of Kerioth was a place of dust, barter, and restless voices. Judas grew up in its noise, learning early the power of a coin's ring against stone. His father had taught him that money was both shield and sword, that with it a man could shape his destiny. While others dreamed of prophecy, Judas dreamed of security. He was sharp-eyed, ambitious, and often restless, a man who could not sit quietly when opportunity whispered. In the garden's shadows, Jesus stood, calm though his disciples quailed. Judas approached, his voice tight. "Rabbi." He leaned forward, pressing lips to his teacher's cheek. "Friend," Jesus said, his voice neither angry nor cold, "do what you came for." The words shattered Judas' soul. He had expected resistance, thunder, an army of angels. Instead, Jesus yielded. The soldiers seized him, and the disciples fled. Judas watched, paralyzed, as his plan crumbled into dust. The weight of silver. The next morning, news spread quickly. Jesus had been condemned, beaten, sentenced to die. Judas stumbled through the streets, clutching the purse of silver as though it burned his skin. This was not the kingdom. This was not what he had wanted. He rushed to the temple, bursting into the chamber of the priests. "I have sinned," he cried. "I have betrayed innocent blood." He hurled the coins onto the floor, where they clattered like falling bones. The priests sneered. "What is that to us? See to it yourself." Judas stared at the silver, scattered and shining like mockery. His hands shook. His breath came in ragged gasps. He fled the temple, fleeing the weight of his own soul. The field of blood. Outside the city, he wandered to a lonely field. His mind raced with torment. He saw again the face of Jesus at the supper, the sorrow in his eyes, the word "friend." Could there be forgiveness? Could there be redemption for one who had betrayed with a kiss? The rope in his hands answered otherwise. The branch creaked. The field fell silent. The mystery of Judas. And so Judas Iscariot's story ended, not with triumph, but with despair. Yet his name lives on, a figure both loathed and pitied. Some call him villain, others instrument of prophecy. Was he the darkest traitor? Or was he also a man caught in a destiny he could not escape, blinded by ambition, undone by regret? In every age, Judas' shadow lingers. His kiss is a reminder of how love can be twisted by greed, how hope can curdle into despair, and how even those closest to the light can fall into the deepest night. When he first heard of Jesus of Nazareth, Judas was captivated. The teacher spoke of the kingdom of God, a kingdom he described as near, as breaking into the world with power. Judas thought at once of liberation, the fall of Rome, the restoration of Israel, a kingdom that was not just spiritual but tangible. The miracles only confirmed his hopes. If this man could open blind eyes and raise the dead, surely he could summon angels against Rome, topple palaces, and enthrone Israel once more. So Judas followed. He walked the dusty roads with the 12, holding the money bag, watching closely. He saw Lazarus rise from the graves, saw the storm obey Jesus' word, saw thousands fed from a few loaves. Yet he also saw hesitation, saw the teacher withdraw from crowds who wanted a king, saw him speak of suffering, of dying, of seeds falling into the earth. Judas felt unease twist inside him. This was not the Messiah he had hoped for. The seed of betrayal. The priests and rulers hated Jesus. That much Judas knew. Their whispers grew in every town. They feared the crowds, but they also feared losing power. And in Judas, they saw an opening. One evening, as shadows stretched long across the temple courts, a Pharisee approached him quietly. "Friend," the man said, "you walk with the Galilean. You know where he goes at night, where he prays. You could help us." Judas hesitated. The man's eyes glinted. "We will see you rewarded." 30 pieces of silver. The weight of the offer sank deep. Judas told himself he was not betraying. He was forcing the Messiah's hand. If soldiers seized him, surely Jesus would rise in power, reveal his glory, call down fire from heaven. The kingdom would come, and Judas would be remembered as the one who made it happen. The Last Supper. but nodded in. At the Passover meal, the air was heavy with both celebration and sorrow. The disciples laughed and shared bread, yet Jesus' face was grave. "One of you will betray me," the teacher said softly. A chill swept the room. One by one, the disciples asked, "Is it I, Lord?" Judas' heart thundered. When his turn came, his lips whispered, "Is it I, Rabbi?" Jesus looked at him, eyes burning with knowledge and grief. "You have said so." Judas shifted uncomfortably. His hand trembled as he dipped bread into the bowl. No rebuke came, no accusation, only that gaze of sorrow, and somehow, that was worse. The garden. The night was cool in Gethsemane. Torches flickered in the distance as soldiers marched. Judas led them, each step heavier than the last. He had given them a sign. "The one I kiss is the man."